Our goal with any of the kids is to find what works for that student and go with it. We believe you can succeed. We are the Division of Special Education with the Kern County Superintendent of Schools. We serve students from 0 up through age 22. We have students with autism, students with severe emotional disturbances. We have students who are severely intellectually impaired. We have students who are visually impaired, hearing impaired. We have the gamut.
They come from all over Kern County. It's a referral process through the Kern County Consortium SELPA, or Special Education Local Plan area. So a school district may determine that they cannot meet the needs of a particular student.
And everybody can make an educated decision on where to place the child to provide the best services for him or her.
Every day during the school year, we have buses going all over the county to get them to where they need to be. What our drivers and our staff on the bus get to do in the morning is have that first point of contact, to have that smile on their face, to greet that student. It gives the family that sense of security that they know their child's going to be taken care of for the day.
Good morning, Miss Addie.
The bus drivers and their aides are as valuable as the teachers and their aides in terms of getting to know the students, know what their triggers are, and potentially how to diffuse something before it gets too out of control.
You're okay, Sahara. You're okay. Go! Good! Waiting, give me 5!
So early intervention is very key, whether they're 6 months old, 2 years old. If there is a need for that child and they are referred and they qualify for services, it's so important to get them started as early as possible.
David came to school today, school today, school today.
And with that, especially at the young age, we want to educate our families on how to work with their child. Oftentimes they're going through that struggle of realizing their child may be a little different, may need a little extra help.
The family gatherings give parents opportunities to see how to work with their children, to network with other parents of other children with developmental delays, and to gain much needed information and resources from the Infant Development Program and the Richardson Special Needs Collaborative.
Honestly, I don't think I follow through as much as his dad does.
So what options does anybody have to help out?
So the more resources, the more networking families have, the more opportunities for success their children have.
MS is what stands for her name, right?
We try very hard to keep students not only of the same age range, but grouping students of similar challenges together is also beneficial.
And how many do we have left?
2.
You got it.
When they come to our class, they have small ratios and they're able to really get past those behavior issues and really learn.
You know, it's not just about taking care of students health-wise or addressing behaviors. We are still educating our students based on the state standards.
Woo, Anthony!
We've been studying liquids and solids and gases, and today was a mixture of liquid vinegar with the solid baking soda, and it blew up the balloon. Hands-on is much better, and there is no better way to teach science than having the kids getting in there, getting their hands dirty. Woo! When they actually manipulate it, and then it does happen, they remember.
We try to embed a variety of things within a lesson. So we may have a science lesson, but we're also maybe working on social skills.
Ollie, how are you today? I good today.
Oh, did you guys hear that? He used a whole sentence.
Today.
Did we make any progress at all? Did this student learn from the experience? It may not have been what we wanted them to take away from it, but did we go somewhere with it?
I'm with you. I'm with you. There you go.
Our teachers and aides have to learn to celebrate every little success, not only amongst themselves, but with the students themselves.
Where's walk? Where's walk? Good job.
The more that they can be independent, the more that helps the family, the more that helps them and keeps their self-esteem growing over the years. Part of what we teach them is laundry, how to clean, how to maintain themselves.
That's sugar, right?
This is our powdered sugar. Remember, what's the difference from regular sugar and powdered sugar?
Today we were working on social skills, also life skills. We like to incorporate things that teach them how to treat people in the community and in their families, but also incorporated in things that they need to know day to day as they get older, which is cooking.
Not done.
We're exposing our kids to higher levels of learning because you never know what they're going to absorb.
There are some students who, if you approach them first with something, are hesitant to try it. But if they see Johnny and Mary and Susie, oh, okay, so maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I can touch that Jell-O, or maybe I can put on a paper hat.
You can use your chairs to walk it.
Just like in life, if you're not competitive, you're going to be left behind at the end of the line. So you have to work and do your best and always try to win. I'm very competitive.
Get over here, Adriel, that way. Let's go that way.
And I try to instill that in my students.
They are very engaged. You see smiles on their faces. You see the competition piece of it come out. Ultimately, it's just kids having a good time.
We did it!
Educating the body is just as important as educating the mind.
Yay!
They are little people, they have imaginations, they have ideas, they are mischievous. We can't always assume that a behavior is something that is bad. Sometimes for some of our kids who for years have just not done much of anything, suddenly there's a behavior and it's like, yes, they have an opinion, good!
High five for that.
When we have students that aren't able to communicate things, that's going to increase those acting out behaviors.
Sharing, Christian.
We help as much as possible, and then we fade ourselves out and allow them to learn how to cope so that we can better prepare them for society.
You need help?
Yeah.
Say help, please.
Help game.
There you go.
We have very, very dedicated, talented aides, teachers, assessment staff, itinerant staff. They're amazing people. Some of our staff are spit upon, hit, kicked, have their hair pulled on a daily basis. And they show up again the next day with a smile on their face, and it's a new day.
We have some great role models, and one of them is Estella Brewer.
Here's my hand. I want you to count 5 onto my head.
Having similar challenges that the students she works with. And so she is able to have that serious, realistic conversation about you can do this because she's been through it.
A lot of times our students don't have the knowledge that there's even an adult who is blind like they are, or there are adults in wheelchairs. Oh wow, so I am not unusual. I will grow up and I will have the ability to still have a wheelchair and still function and have a job and all those wonderful things.
Wow. Good job.
We have deaf instructional aides, we call them sign language specialists, in our deaf program so that our students can see, yes, this is what being a deaf adult can be. You have a job, you have all these responsibilities, and you work with children. So it brings a special dynamic as far as I'm concerned. The goal is to provide as general education an environment as possible for the kids. For those students who are not able to go back to the general education environment, our goal is still to educate them to the best of their capability and the best of our capability. We have very high expectations for the kids. They're working on the Common Core. They're doing all the same things that gen ed kids do. They just might have to do it in a little different way.
Cap A, space.
The goal is for them to be productive citizens in the world, just like all the rest of us.